It's March 2000. You're a millionaire. Your company sells dog food online. It has never made a single dollar of profit, and it's worth more than airlines that actually own airplanes. 12 months later, $5 trillion are gone. Not moved, not hidden, gone. This is the story of how the internet made everyone rich and then took it all back. And the strangest part? Almost everyone saw it coming. They just didn't want to look. So let's look. Let's rewind to 1995. The internet exists, but for most people, it's a weird new toy that screeches when you connect to it. Almost nobody makes money on it. Then in August 1995, a company called Netscape, they make a web browser, goes public on the stock market. Netscape has tiny revenues and no profits. And on its very first day of trading, the stock roughly doubles. On Wall Street, a light bulb explodes. Let me show you what happened with a completely fictional sketch. Imagine an investor. Let's call him Bob. Bob's assistant walks in. "Sir, there's a company that sells books." Bob yawns. "Boring." "On the internet, sir. It's a .com." Bob's eyes go wide. "A .com? Buy it. Buy the company. Buy the letters. Buy the dot." That's a cartoon, obviously, but it captures the new rule of the game. And here it is, the one rule you need for this entire story. The future is online. Nobody knows exactly how the internet will make money yet, but everyone agrees that whoever gets there first wins everything. So profits today don't matter. Growth matters. Being early matters. It's a gold rush where nobody has actually found gold, but the maps look amazing. Here's the 5-year-old version. Imagine your whole town suddenly decides lemonade stands are the future. Nobody has tasted the lemonade, but every stand is instantly worth a fortune because it might one day be the lemonade stand. That little phrase, "might one day," is the fuel. Remember it because America is about to pour rocket fuel on it. 1996 to 1998, the fever spreads. Suddenly, everyone is starting an internet company. Students drop out of college. Engineers quit stable jobs. You don't need a product. You need a name ending in .com, a website, and a story about the future. Some companies reportedly saw their stock jump just by adding .com to their name. Same company, same business, new name, new fortune. Here's the ELI5 for what investors were actually buying. Imagine someone selling tickets to an amusement park that hasn't been built yet. There's no roller coaster. There's no park. There's a drawing of a roller coaster and a guy in a nice suit saying, "This will be the greatest park in history." And people aren't just buying tickets. They're reselling those tickets to each other for more and more money. The ticket price stops having anything to do with the park. It only depends on one thing, whether the next person will pay more than you did. That's the euphoria phase of a bubble. And to justify it, Wall Street invents new math. Since .coms have no profits, analysts stop measuring profits. They measure eyeballs. How many people visit your website? Losing money is fine. Losing money is actually good. It means you're investing in growth. A company burning millions of dollars a month gets applause. A company trying to be careful gets ignored. Old school investors who ask boring questions like, "How will this make money?" are called dinosaurs. Some of them will eventually be proven right, but in a bubble, being right too early looks exactly like being wrong. And then, in 1999, things got really crazy. 1999, peak madness. Meet the mascot of this era, Pets.com, a company that sells pet food online with a sock puppet as its spokesperson. Its problem is simple. Shipping heavy bags of dog food is expensive, so it reportedly loses money on many of the orders it ships. Its solution? Spend even more on advertising. Pets.com buys a commercial at the Super Bowl, the most expensive advertising slot in America. And it's not alone. At the January 2000 Super Bowl, more than a dozen .com companies buy ads at millions of dollars for 30 seconds. Companies with no profits, spending fortunes to tell you they exist. Meanwhile, the stock market has become a slot machine that only pays out. Companies go public and double on day one, routinely. One tech IPO in December 1999 reportedly jumps around 700% in a single day. 700% in hours. Regular people notice. Time for another fictional sketch. Meet Dave, a barista. Dave hears his customers bragging about tech stocks every morning. One day, Dave takes off his apron. "I quit. I'm a day trader now." "Dave, do you know anything about stocks?" "I know they go up." And here's the painful part. For months, Dave is right. Dave makes more money clicking buttons than he ever made pulling espresso shots. His neighbors see it. They quit too. The more people pile in, the higher prices go. And the higher prices go, the smarter everyone feels. Now you're watching this in the future, so you can feel it. That horror movie feeling of watching someone open the wrong door. Even the head of America's central bank had publicly warned about irrational exuberance in markets. all the way back in 1996. Nobody listened. Why would they? Everyone was getting rich. Remember the amusement park? Millions of people are now holding tickets, and someone is about to ask the forbidden question. Where's the park? March 10th, 2000. The NASDAQ, the stock index where most tech companies live, hits its all-time peak, around 5,000 points. And then it starts to fall. Not a dramatic one-day crash, something slower and much crueler. Here's why a bubble collapses like a house of cards. Every card in the tower is a company that loses money. Losing money is fine, as long as investors keep handing you fresh cash. Fresh cash is the glue holding every card in place. But when prices start falling, investors get scared. Scared investors stop writing checks. And a company that loses money every month, with no new checks coming in, has a countdown clock on its life. In the industry, they literally called it the burn rate. How fast you burn through your cash before you die. So the cards start falling, and each one knocks down the next. A .com dies. Its advertising budget dies with it, which starves the websites that sold it ads. Those die too. Layoffs begin. Laid-off workers stop spending. Confidence cracks. More scared investors, less fresh money, more dead companies. Pets.com, our sock puppet millionaire from the Super Bowl, shuts down in November 2000, just 9 months after going public. Hundreds of .coms follow. Dave the day trader is very quietly asking for his old job back. By late 2002, the NASDAQ has lost roughly 3/4 of its value from the peak. Around $5 trillion in market value, erased. Retirement savings, college funds, paper fortunes that felt completely real, gone. And here's the question a 5-year-old would ask, and it's the best question in finance. Where did the money go? The answer is unsettling. Most of it didn't go anywhere. It never existed. It was the price of the last ticket sold, multiplied by all the tickets. The park was never built. The money was never real. Only the losses were. So the internet was a scam, right? Here's the twist. A handful of companies crawl out of the rubble. Amazon, the online bookstore, sees its stock collapse by roughly 90% during the crash. Analysts write its obituary. It survives, keeps building warehouses, and becomes one of the most valuable companies on earth. eBay survives, partly because, unlike almost everyone else, it actually made a profit. And a small search engine founded in 1998 in the middle of the madness called Google, it turns out okay. Here's the lesson, and it's genuinely strange. The bubble wasn't wrong about the idea. It was wrong about the timing. Shopping online? Happened. Pet food delivered to your door? Happened. Companies later did exactly what Pets.com tried to do, profitably. News, video, banking, your entire social life online? All of it happened. The dreamers of 1999 described the world of 2015 almost perfectly. They just priced it as if it would arrive by Tuesday. A bubble is often a true story, told too early, at the wrong price. The internet really was the future, and $5 trillion still disappeared. Both things are true. That's what makes bubbles so dangerous. One last thing. After 2002, everyone swore they'd learned the lesson. Never again would people pay fantasy prices for profitless dreams. Then came houses, then crypto. Maybe right now, something else. Because here's the trap. The next bubble never looks like the last one. It always has a new story, new math, and a new reason why this time is different. It never looks like a bubble. Until it pops. If this made a complicated disaster feel simple, subscribe. Around here we explain the biggest ideas in money and history like you're 5. No jargon, no homework. Next time, 2008. How the entire world economy nearly collapsed because of houses. See you there.